What is up, guys, and welcome to season 2 of Meet the Streamers. Today, we got a special guest for you. Today, we got Bamurai 13 here in the studio via satellite. Obviously, we got that COVID thing still going, but again, we got to get this work done. So Bamurai 13, he's been streaming for about a year now. We've crossed paths before in different discords that we've been mutually been a part of. So I've jumped in his stream before, and I'm happy that he was able to find the Shadow Pack gaming network here on Twitch. So we put in the application, and we're like, okay, let's check this dude out. So I jumped into a bunch of his streams, and like I said, I like what I saw. Like I said, the guy's a dad. He spends time with his family. He's very positive in all his streams. We got him here in the studio for you today. So let's go ahead and bring him on and see what he's about. Bam! What is up, dude?
Don, what's up, brother? How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. Thank you for joining me on the show today. How's your day going?
Absolutely. It's going, man. I'm blessed. Blessings upon blessings.
Okay.
Despite everybody going through this pandemic and everything, they're still good. There's still blessings,
Right, I hear you. So, we talked a little bit before the show. So, first of all, welcome to the team. You're one of our newer stream team members here at the Shadow Pack Gaming family. So, welcome.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
So, we kind of already went over all the questions already. So, that's going to be good to go. Is there anything you'd like to share with our audience today before we get started?
Just very grateful for you having me. Thank you, Shadow Pack. I do my thing exclusively on Twitch. I'm not on any streaming platform. I do upload on like YouTube and stuff and TikToks, but my live shows are exclusively on Twitch.
Okay.
And of course, all of that information will be available. I'm just I like to be known as that guy that like the chill dude, the funny guy, the good time. That's how I could wrap it up in the good time,
Okay. The good time Bamurai. Okay. All right. So no further ado, let's get started. All right. So tell us a little bit about yourself. So I did mention that you have been streaming for about a year. Tell us a little bit about yourself before we kind of jump into these specific questions.
I'm 32 years young. Yes, sir. I said young. I'm 32 years young.
I got you beat by a couple years.
Single dad. I like
life.
to get a good time going with my friends. Especially that's what like gaming and streaming is an escape from reality. Like it really is. And if you harness that and you use it to the good, as a good purpose, a good tool, man, life, despite what's the bullshit that's going on out in reality today, like you can find that grasp, and that's all I try to do. I've had people tell me all the time, man, we just love watching you because we can just chillax and forget about the problems. I'm no medical professional, but if I can make people smile, that's all I'm about, man. Hawaiian born. That's right. I'm a beach bum. Honolulu, 1989, Tripler Armory Medical Center, the big pink on the beach.
Oh,
and then I grew up in Atlantic Beach. I've been in North Carolina ever since.
Okay.
And yeah, buddy.
All right. Well, we got Hawaii in the house, North Carolina in the house. You know what I'm saying? All right. So tell us about your setup. What does your setup look like? Talk to me.
Okay. So I'm running, currently I'm running a single PC for my studio equipment. It is a 2019 Omen 880 tower.
Okay.
The only thing I've done to that is just upgrade the RAM. Right now I game off of a Xbox One X hooked up to the Elgato cap card.
Okay.
And here Wednesday, I have been locked in and finalized. I'll be running a dual PC setup.
Sure.
My PC that is coming in. So yeah, it's going to be bittersweet unhooking the Xbox because I'm going full speed ahead into the PC world.
The PC Master Race. Here we go.
But yeah, that PC that's coming, I mean, it's going to be i9 10900K. I mean, it's going to have the MSI Z490 motherboard, the RTX 3080 GPU.
Now you're just showing off for real.
I'm not trying to show off. I'm just, man, I gotta.
Okay.
I never exactly like I never ever saw myself. And honest to God, this is all direct from my streaming career. This wouldn't have been possible for this to happen. It's the final piece of my studio. I mean, I'm ecstatic. I'm so grateful. I've cried. People have made me cry like a baby on camera, and I tell them, I'm like, y'all, I'm a sensitive man when it comes to y'all loving on me so damn much, and
Okay.
it's strictly because of the community
Okay.
that I'm able to finish up my studio. Because I keep getting messages. People are like, man, you got people on the sidelines that don't even say nothing in your chat. They're rooting for you.
I
They're
heard
pulling
that.
hard strings for you,
Okay.
and that's why I do it. Like people putting that much faith in me, they see the potential that I can do, and so now I decided, you know what, we're gonna take it up a notch. We're gonna throw this PC into the mix, and we're just gonna hit the ground running. And here's to the future, you know.
Okay. All right. So, what type of streamer are you?
I consider myself a variety. I know everybody says that, but for the most part, you know, we've been doing like the Warzone grind. You know that at nighttime, because like my live shows, I'm an 8 p.m. Eastern guy. I go live with my friends. We have a good time. It's funny. There's rage moments, of course, but people, I don't know what it is with Warzone, and just people are hooked on watching people run that Warzone grind.
Right.
But I love running like Assassin's Creed Valhalla is another one of my favorites. Halo, Apex, friggin' I've even done the Avengers game, Batman Arkham series, horror games. I love to play Phasmophobia and Layers of Fear,
Okay.
stuff like that.
We got a bunch
So I
of
do.
people
I
in our
consider
community.
myself a variety.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. We got a lot of people in our community that play those games. So that's awesome. All right. So you kind of already told me what your content consists of. So why don't we move to our next one? How were you introduced into streaming?
I was introduced to streaming in, let's see, I first heard about Twitch in 2013
Okay.
when I got my first Xbox One. And before then, you know, I didn't really hear about, because Twitch got fired up, 2011? Twitch was just like 2 years old in 2013.
Mm-hmm.
And I was seeing these clips, like people started putting stuff on YouTube, and I'm like, that guy's playing video games, and he's got himself on camera, and it's like people are eating this stuff up.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, what? And I don't know what it is, man. I've been a gamer all my life. From like my first system was the OG Nintendo
Right.
when I was like 5 years old, and I've had at least some form of generation of the console all these years later. Here I am, 32,
Right.
you know, and
Young.
I was like, I want to do that. You know, I can do that. I'm good at it. I have no shame. I'm a social butterfly. I've always been the guy that, like, I'll see somebody sitting by themselves and I will go up to them and be like, hey, what's up, man?
Right.
What chill? What's your name? And I was like, I want to do this. But I didn't at the time have the means to get fired up. But I watched it though, like Shroud. I remember watching Shroud before he was even standalone as Shroud. He was, you know, Cloud9, you know, playing, you know,
Right.
what is it, Counter Strike, CS:GO.
CS:GO? Yeah.
Yeah. And I remember watching him. I was like, man, I want to work towards that. I want to do it. I went through, you know, there was some rough years there where, you know, I was living paycheck to paycheck, grinding away, being a good father, and I just did not have that means. Well, then Mixer came out, and when Mixer come out, they integrated this software to where you could literally just stream from your console to the platform.
Right.
I was like, no shit. And so I got the Xbox One in 2014, 15. Yeah, 15 was when I got that, and then I didn't even start really trying to stream until, you know, much later. About a little over a year ago, I started playing with it. I got on Mixer, and that's what took off. It was me, my Xbox, and a big screen TV in my living room.
Right.
That was it. I didn't
No
have no cameras. I didn't know nothing about this stuff. This was a whole blind world. And then I'm seeing these guys saying, "Oh, you got to get you a studio." I seen these home studios you building piece by piece by piece. And I don't know what happened, bro, but like a fire got lit under my ass, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna get a better career, get some money coming in. I don't even drink.
Me neither.
All I do is
I drink
I was
coffee just to stay up.
like the worst thing on my record is a damn speeding ticket from 10 years ago.
Right.
So I was like, I gotta hit this ground hard and find some work. So I did some like contractor jobs, some hard labor, just trying to pull a little bit of money here and there. And all of my friends thought it was a joke.
Right.
I told them what I was gonna do, and they're like, "What?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm doing this." And so piece by piece, I started building my studio in my RV. I have this RV that's 2 years old, and I turned this RV into a permanent home / studio that I can come to.
Tell us a little bit about that. I think the viewers need to hear that story.
So I was like, I'm gonna do this, but I didn't have the space, and I got for Christmas one year, I got this RV, hell of a gift. Shout out to mom and dad. Because I love to, camp or whatever. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to put a permanent foundation on that. So I got started on the permanent foundation. I got a septic tank put in. I got my own underground water line run in here. My own power line underground, had that ran. Spectrum ran a private line, a standalone line from the feeder to this thing. The dude, man, the Spectrum tech, when I talked to him, he's like, so where am I running this line? The house already has a line. I was like, no, I need that ran to the RV. He just looked at me like, your RV? I was like, yes, sir. He's like, why? I was like, well, I'll show you. So I opened the door, and he came inside, and he saw my office here, and he was just blown away. He was like, you're making an RV into an office. I was like, yeah. I'm firing up the brand. And the name Bamurai come from, so my nickname's always been kind of Bam Bam. It's always been Bam Bam.
Like the wrestler.
And sort of like that, or the caveman, little cave man with the wiffle ball bat, the big bat.
Right.
Yeah.
So
I got started. We got to rewind a little bit, because the name Bamurai came from being called Bam Bam, and I've always had a strong admiration for the samurai and their history. And my aunt, she's from Okinawa. And she always told me, some of the heritage over there in Japan with her family, and I just fell in love with the artwork, the history, and I was like, wait a minute, I could put a B on samurai, because at first, no shit, my gamer tag was my last name and samurai. That's what was my gamer tag. I was like, that's not gonna work. And then I started thinking, if I put Bam in samurai, I have never seen that before in my life.
Right.
I've never seen somebody use that name, Bamurai. And my lucky number is 13, and I love Roman numerals. So Bamurai 13, and everybody was like, dude, that's lit. I was like, yeah, right. So that Bamurai is locked in. It's mine. And then the logo, a guy reached out to me. He lived in the UK. I haven't heard from him in years. I hope he's doing well. But he was a graphics artist in the UK in London, and he caught wind of my name, and he reached out to me, and he was like, do you have a logo yet? And I was like, no. What do I need a logo for? He's like, man, that's a big thing. You got to have a logo that just catches people's attention.
Right.
And he saw my name. He's like, what is Bamurai? I was like, samurai with a B. He's like, you know what? Can I, get an idea? Do you want like a skull, with the samurai helmet type deal? I was like, yeah, man, dude, let's do that. Right. And then he sent me my logo, and he's like, it was like 2-3 weeks later, he sends me the logo back, and he was like, what do you think of this? And it was he called it the Demon Head Ronin. And I saw that logo, and I was like, shut your mouth.
Right. It has that Oni mask thing going for it.
Yeah, dude. And man, got the Oni mask, got the helmet, got the blades behind it in the background. And he was like, it was black and white. And he said, well, what's your favorite colors? I was like, man, I don't know. But something that really pops is like a gold, a black, white, with like some highlights, of silver or gray or something, whatever. And that's when he threw all of those colors into the scheme. And he's like, there it is. There's your final product. Congrats. And I was like, Oh my God, I freaked. I posted that everywhere. I was like, look at this! Look at this!
Bamurai has arrived, bitches.
It is wild. It's sealed, man. There's an image, and everybody sees that image, and it does
Right.
catch it. It catches people's eyes.
Right, right.
And I've got people coming into chat that I've never met before. They're like, dude, honestly, I saw your logo, and I was like, damn, that's fucking awesome. I was like, I appreciate it.
Hit that follow button, player, while you
Hit that follow button, my dude. Yeah. And but yeah, so back to the RV, I turned it into a permanent foundation. It's got it literally can. It's literally a permanent home is what I turned it into. I've got all the luxuries. It's nicer than most houses, and it's got its own standalone. That's why I never have to worry about my signal or anything.
Right.
Because I had Spectrum put in an own private standalone line to this RV where I do all my work from.
Okay.
So yeah, man.
Awesome. Like I said, thank you for sharing that. I was just like, well, this has to come up. We got to talk about that. All right. So where do you see the future of your stream going? I mean, this is kind of like when we kind of did our interview with you initially. We're like, well, all right. So where do you see your stream going here in the future? Do you plan on going enthusiast, or you just kind of just do it as you can, or do you feel like you really want to take this to the next level?
Like I said, man, a fire has been lit under my ass. I want partnership so bad I can taste it.
Okay.
Like I want this. I want, I see, like one of my favorites is Tim the Tap Man, and I see how far he's come, and I've seen what he did with his name and how he's such a big influence and made his Twitch channel into his business, and that's what I want to do.
Okay.
Indefinitely.
Okay.
I want to I love it because I can have fun. They say if you do what you love, you never work a day in your life. And I've spent, thousands of hours doing this, creating content. I have videos all over the place, clips. I'm always clipping stuff, editing, blah, blah, blah. Even if it only gets 1 or 2 views or whatever, it doesn't bother me because I know I'm throwing my shit out there. Right. It is out there. Right, and I'm going for the finish line, man. Okay. I want that partnership. I want that business level. And that way, because I want to be able to give back, to be honest with you. I've got so many people that support my channel and watch me regularly. I want to be able to get to that point where I can give my mods a full-time job with benefits and, salary. That's what I'm going for. Okay. I want to give back to them.
You're shooting for the stars.
Bro, I am shooting for the stars. Okay. I want the planets, man. I want to be able to start a foundation. I know some streamers have very amazing charity foundations, and mental health is a huge thing to me. I don't take that lightly at all. Okay. I've battled depression for going on 20 years, and I want to start something where I can give back to them, where I can help, or even if I don't get to the point where I can start my own foundation, I want to get to that point where I can cut those checks that I know the money is going to helping people. Right. Whereas right now I'll have somebody will come in my stream and they'll be like, "Bam, I'm having a hard time." This has happened on several occasions. Somebody will come in. I always greet people when they come into my chat. They say, "Hey, I don't," lurkers. They kind of want to be left alone. In my experience, anyway, lurkers just want to chill. So I'll still thank them for being there in general. But if someone comes into my chat and they say hi or something like that, I always greet them right out the gate. Hey, how you doing? Can we get a shout out? Can we get some hype? Thank you for being here at the show. And last night, it's happened. It's like I said, several occasions. But last night there was a viewer. They came in. They were having a rough time. They've been battling hard with depression. It broke my heart, and so I stopped the show. We got done with the game. We're in the lobby, and I muted my mic on the Discord. I turned the volume in my headset down because I have this mic here that the viewers hear. Right. No one else hears it. This is going out to the channel, to the viewers. Right. And me and him, we went back and forth. I was like, man, look, I'm live right now. You don't have to tell me anything you don't want to tell me. If you want to DM me, he's like, man, I just need someone that cares right now. I was like, okay, we gonna do this. So we had a conversation, and my teammates are amazing. My friends are amazing because they understand. So they were chilling in our Discord chat, talking amongst each other while I was focused on that viewer. Right. And that viewer after we got done talking, they were like, man, I don't have a lot of money, but I'll always have you tabbed up. I was like, you know what? It doesn't matter to me. The money is whatever. Right. You matter. I care about you. And I told him, I was like, my Bamurai is the character. Bamurai is the persona. It's the business. The games is the entertainment. All that shit can wait. You know, if you're having a bad time, like my heart broke, and I was like, my name's Robbie, and I just want you to know I care about you, and you're welcome in my chat. You're welcome to my Discord. I told him I'm no medical professional, but
Right.
I care.
Right.
I got a big heart, and it's a gift, and it's a curse. You know.
Well, it's one of those things. We want to talk about mental health because I've had a bunch of discussions about that. The deciding factor could just be knowing that somebody's out there that cares about that situation, and that could be the difference between, you know, I don't want to say certain words on the show here because this is just not the platform for that, but it could be the difference between a tragedy and something else. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, that is 110%. And like I said, we could talk, after the interview and things like that where we could actually discuss those specifically. But that's awesome that you would do something like that, especially like during your showtime. You know what I'm saying? So that's awesome.
Yeah, that's a big thing for me. I don't play with that.
Right. And I'm actually from the Bay Area. I'm from Oakland. So
Right.
here we have a lot of that. And like I said, we could talk off stream about what I do on a professional level, but I deal with a lot of that. So I mean, maybe like I said, we talk about that offline and maybe for a different show. But let's keep this show rolling. We still want to get to know. Still got a couple more questions for you, man. So let's see here. You kind of went down the list here without even me having to go through it, which is awesome. But okay, so we're going to talk to you. You said about a year. We're going to talk about a little bit about your experience outside of equipment, right? Because equipment is always going to be an upgrading thing. We're always going to want. So we're not going to talk about that. We are going to talk about for you and potential advice you'd give to a newer streamer. What is some of the hardest things that you've had to deal with being a streamer?
So during stream or just in this world in general?
In this world in general, being a streamer.
Being a streamer, okay. So my biggest thing is, if I got any advice right out the gate, I'll say networking is the key. Whether, and patience. You have to have patience and you have to network. You've got to get out there. You want people, like anybody can jump into anything and just be like, hi. And then they say another word, then nobody's really going to pick up on you. But if you get interactive and you connect and you talk, like make sure you're talking, make sure someone notices your name,
right?
And they're like, wait, this guy's being real chill in chat, or he's being really awesome in Discord. I want to check him out. I want to get to know him. And then people start coming to your shows, and always be yourself. Do not ever put up this fake act, because that is the worst thing. Probably one of the most toxic traits I've noticed in the stream world is people will be fake for a follow. I don't know if you've heard of that term.
I know what it is. I've never heard it coined fake for a follow, but
fake
that's good.
For a follow.
Right. That's
yes,
good.
sir. And you gotta just don't get involved in the drama. Don't be smart about everything. Be smart how you talk to people, what you put out there on a personal level. Because there are some vicious people in this world, and they will try to do everything to make you look bad if you piss the wrong person off.
Right.
I mean, it's drama. Stay away from the drama.
Right.
I mean, that's the biggest thing. And like I said, stay regular. Be true to yourself. Do something that you enjoy. Because if you're out here playing games that you don't give a shit about, people will pick up on your body vibes if you're on camera. Like, they'll be able to tell that you're not enjoying yourself at all. So people want to see you have a good time. People want to feel welcome. They want to feel like they're getting to know you or connecting with you on some level or another. So that's what I can probably the best advice on a personal level. But then when it comes to that, getting your name out, that networking, use social medias. TikTok is huge right now. Right. Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, even Snapchat. Network. And but yeah, just the hardest obstacles, man, like I said, is probably those people that you see them smile at you one day, but then they're talking shit about you behind your back. You got to watch out. You always be on your
right. Okay, I feel you. Like you said, or you find yourself a really good group of people to hang out with, such as us here at the Shadow Pack Gaming. You know what I'm saying? SPG.
It's all about who you surround yourself with. That's why, like, one of my things is I always tell people, like, whether you're in my personal Discord or you're in Shadow Pack, like, I graduated high school in 2008. That's where I left a shit ton of drama.
Right.
You know, I'm too old for games and bullshit and all this. I
Right.
keep good people with good vibes around me, and that's what keeps my shows energetic. And there's no bad vibe. Oh, good vibes only, if I could say it like that way. Like, just good vibes, man. Just keep good people around you, and you will grow. You
Okay.
keep negativity around you, your channel will crash and burn. I mean, that's all there is to it.
And I've seen it, so
I have two, sir.
we probably were watching the same show then.
Yes,
Okay.
sir. Yes, sir.
So, so outside of streaming, what does Bamurai do for fun?
Oh man,
If you're not doing this, what are you doing?
So when I'm not outside, I build Gunpla models. You can see them. I like to build Gundams and Gunplas. There's some boxes. I have some of the ones already built on these shelves over here.
Okay, no, I've
that's
got two really good friends of mine that stream, and they stream that. So I was like, Gunpla, I know what that is.
Yeah, buddy.
Okay.
Yeah, and I got comic books. I love to read comics, regular books. I love poetry. You know, yeah, I know. I love.
What do you mean? Yeah, I know. That's awesome. I don't even know what was that even comment for. That's I know. What do you mean? Yeah, I know. That's awesome.
You know, I'm 6'1", 285 pounds. You know, they're like, "Oh my god, that big ass, hard ass butt." I'm like, "Bro, listen, you give me a good poem, I'm gonna chill for a minute." You know?
Right, okay, I ain't mad at you.
Go outside. I like to go swimming. I love to surf. I love to go off-roading. I love to just be out having a good time with family. Of course, this pandemic has hit, so my social aspects have been really down, you know, face-to-face wise.
Right.
So, like, but that, you know, we'll connect, you know, on a electronic level.
Right.
But for the most part, like, I love spending time with my daughter and doing things with her and my family. And after this pandemic, though, I'm going on vacation. I'm getting the hell out of Dodge. I want to travel again.
Right.
You know, that's just me. I love to read. I love watching a good movie. You know, I'm a documentary addict.
Okay.
All right. Serial killers, history, friggin' science stuff, any kind of, like, I have binged hundreds of random documentaries that I've found on YouTube, Amazon, HBO, Netflix, like the whole shebang. I will hunt for a documentary, and if that title or something or the description catches me, I'll sit there and I'll binge it out late at night when I got nothing else to do. I'm a nut for that kind of stuff.
Okay.
But yeah, man.
All right.
I'm just out and about.
All right. Well, the last question we've kind of, I mean, if you guys, the viewer, have not figured out why you want to go into the stream, we're gonna let Bam give it to you. So, Bam, our final question is: why should people come to your stream, and why should they come back?
Why should they come? All right. So, why you should come to begin with? Because honestly, like, everybody can see a cool trick shot or whatever, but 9 times out of 10, the ones doing that trick shot, you know, that's all they're getting out. Oh, he did a cool shot. See, whereas you come into my channel with my team and me and myself, it's a whole comedy show. I mean, and it's not just a comedy show. Like, we'll have our rage moments. We'll get on some emotional, like, deep shit, and we'll just start talking about real life issues. To an extent, you know, we don't put, you know, a heavy information. Right. There's good music. You know, shout out to Twitch, Anunja Beats on Spotify, because that is the most safest playlist you can use. Twitch even endorses it. So watch out for those copyrights. There's some good tunes. People are chilling. It's a vibe, honestly.
Okay.
And if you don't figure out, like, honestly, everybody's different. They really are. I could be amazing to somebody, but annoying as shit to someone else. You know, It is what it is. So if all I have to say is, like, just take a chance. Come hang out. Just, you know, give it a chance, whether it's 5 minutes, 15 minutes, you know, however long you want to chill.
Or 5 hours, guys. 5 hours. Let's go for the stars.
Yeah. Bro, I went 10 and a half hours last night, because just,
you were still streaming when I went to bed.
It was hype, man. Like, some nights it's like that, and every night has its ups and downs. Last night was so hyped. We kept the party going.
Sweet.
And it's so amazing how far we have come, even like, Shadow Pack, myself, you, like, you're killing it on the YouTube game. Like, it's just crazy. And like I said, if you can't find a reason to come back after just giving it a shot, then I wish you no ill will. Maybe I'm just not your cup of tea.
Right.
But I promise you, every time you come back, you're going to be welcome. You're going to be able to chillax. You're going to laugh at something. I don't know. You're going to, be like, oh my God. Sometimes I hit some pretty sweet freaking shots. I'm just saying.
Right.
But, I mean, like,
motherfucker.
toot, man. My record's 1,000 meters on a headshot. So,
Wow.
I mean, like I said, there's a lot of not a lot, but there's a little of everything for everybody. And if that's your thing, if you're wanting one of those shows, I will warn you, we do cuss. There is language. That's why it's a TVMA stream, terms of service. But if I have had people say, hey, my kid loves you, he's watching right now, I am very good about censoring. Like, I won't cuss at all. Right. Like, if I know I have a younger audience watching my shows right now, even though they're not supposed to be, because it's a TVMA stream,
right?
I do try to watch myself. So that's why I try to be inclusive. I try to include everybody, all the viewers, no matter what your background. And that's just one I want people to take away from it, is that I can go to Bamurai 13's channel and have a good time, right. Good vibes. Be entertained, connect on sometimes, if you're having an emotional issue and you want to send me a DM, inclusive. I try to be inclusive. No harsh judgments, no prejudices, no, I don't care who you are or what you identify as, you're welcome at my table. And I try to make it to where if I'm eating, my people are eating, Okay. And so I just want people to get that away from my content, inclusive.
Right. All right. Well, got to wrap up the show. A couple other things. I got dad life going on in the background right now, guys. So I think I hear a kid screaming. But, Bam, I want to first of all thank you for your time today here in the studio. So if anybody has any questions, comments, or emotional outbursts for Bamurai 13, where can they find you?
They can find me at twitch.tv/Bamurai and the number 13, all one thing. If they want to message me directly, I am on Twitter at Right Samurai, WRIGHT. My DMs are open there. You can find me on TikTok at Bamurai XIII on TikTok, and I'm also on Instagram as Bamurai 13. Just not the Roman numerals, just Bamurai and the 13, all one thing on Instagram. I am also on Facebook at Bamurai 13. So.
Okay.
Hit me up. Let's do this.
So we're going to make sure all that information, number one, you could pause it, run it back, or you could go ahead and check the comments down below. We'll make sure all that information is available to you guys. So without further ado, we're going to switch over back to our single screen here. We're going to talk about you, not to you anymore, Bam. So again, thank you very much. And we'll see you on our next video, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. All right, guys. Thank you very much for tuning into this episode of Meet the Team. We had Bamurai 13 grace us with his presence here in the studio via satellite. If you guys don't know who we are Shadow Pack Gaming. We did just launch our new website, so check us out, shadowpackgaming.com. You can find us here on YouTube, Shadow Pack Gaming. If you are interested in getting in contact with us, Twitter, that's twitter.com/shadowpackgaming without the G. You can find us on Facebook. You can find us on Instagram. And we did a partnership with the Tavern, so you can check out the Tavern Discord. The Tavern Discord is ran by Queen Lou. She is the proprietor of the Discord. That's where you'll find Shadow Pack members hanging their hats, axes, or ray guns in between adventures. You'll be able to interact with us there. Go ahead and check them out. All the links are on the website. And until the next episode, we'll talk to you later. Peace out.